Virgo, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 21st through to the 28th of August. Happy birthday to all of you having your birthday in this birthday season here. Happy birthday to you. Welcome to the Astroflower. I really do appreciate your support for this channel. I hope you have a lovely reading. Let's just see what's going on in your overall energy. The moon. Ooh, a lot of surprises, a lot of unseen things coming to the surface within you, within things around you. And I think this is the way you apply your new year. We've got, I can have a good idea about doing something, could be a business or about a relationship. And once I start trying to apply it, things are going to come to the surface that I didn't really see coming. So I think this is all about this. It's bringing stuff to the surface here. The overall energy is bringing stuff to the surface that you didn't really notice before. And it's going to help you to define your love and define your career path and your financial sort of side. I don't think it's a bad thing, although I do think it's going to bring up certain emotions that you may not want to have dealt with, but it's better to deal with it. I promise you. No, I don't promise you. I'm not allowed to promise anything. I'll only promise you that I won't promise you anything. I personally believe that confronting these emotions will free you up and help you enormously going forward. What's going on in your karmic mission for your relationship side? You're working at your relationships, you're putting the time in, you're putting in the effort into your relationships. There's no doubt about it. I think you're really applying yourself within the relationships around you. And it's concentrating on the little details because it's going to give you a heads up about how you feel about things. It's going to give you a heads up of how your relationship works in a very physical sort of sense. This could be your partner as much as, finding a new love, or even sort of like your family, your friends and community. The universe here is bringing in the Fool. I think this is like the start of this new year. It's a leap of faith, sort of. You should have clarified in your mind's eye what sort of things you want to be experiencing this coming year, what things you don't want to be experiencing. In regards to your relationships, also in regards to your sort of financial side as well. But here it's sort of saying now you've got to take that leap of faith, or this leap of faith is coming to your door. And I think it's here is kind of sort of saying, you can prepare all you like. At some point you've just got to go ahead and do it. And I think this moment is really coming up on the surface in regards to relationships, because you're concentrating on the little things. This is real preparation sort of work, almost from your past to your future. This is how your guides are helping you on the super subconscious level, in a respect to connecting your past to your future to try and help that smooth path going forward. I think you've understood a lot within you, and I think you've understood a lot in the world around you. And this has brought to you a change of being, a change of way of doing things, I think, within you, or a change of perspective. I think this is where you're coming from in regards to your relationships. And it's certain realizations. I think it comes out of certain realizations within your life. And this has created a new vibration for you. And this is what you're working on, apparently, which is absolutely brilliant. The other thing about this card is happiness comes from a synchronized and continual flow of joys, of a multitude of joys in your life. And these multitude of joys are the Ten of Cups. And it helps you to see the world for what it is. And it helps you to see your relationship for what it is, or what you are like, what you don't like, and etc. Seeing the reality from what it is, dispelling all confusion within your life. And this is where you're heading. And I think this is where, this is the happiness. It is the dispelling of that confusion. And confusion creates problems. What is the future self? As I said, it was going to throw up emotions, didn't I? This is interesting, because this flies in the face of the rest, and this is like your super future in a way. Okay, this is the message I'm getting off it. Okay, so you've got to concentrate on the little things within your relationships, right? That's going to help you to realize a few things, and you are going to have to give over a little bit, so you can meet someone a little bit more on the middle ground. And when you do, meet them on the middle ground, this is where your previous success, this is where your wheel of fortune comes into play, where there's a lot of realizations from within you, and you know what you want, and this is creating the fortune within you. And that fortune is there giving you the reality for what it is, and seeing what makes you happy and what you want to have as happiness within your life around you. And as you do that, you can avoid this situation of heartbreak. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you won't separate with someone. I'm not saying you're going to separate with someone, because it doesn't say that on the cards. I think you've got a great possibility to avoid any sort of separation, to avoid any heartache in the future. And I think this is what you're learning on this path here, learning that sort of smaller details to avoid any sort of heartache going in the future. There is a flip side of this, and I've got to say this. If you really want to work towards your reality, there may be, and I'm not a promoter of this as well, because the grass is always greener on the other side, and you shouldn't be fooled by that. But it may be a situation where, if you really want this happiness within your relationship side, you're going to have to go through a little bit of a heartache, go through a bit of that emotions that are unforeseen at the moment, in the way of discussions with someone, or a situation with someone or a group. But whatever it is, it's in your future, and you have a great possibility here this week to change that outcome. Taking control over your karmic path is really important. Really, really important. Okay, let's see what's going on in your material side. You have the Four of Swords. This is the respite before the off and going. I think there's sort of, with the Lion's Gate and the manifestation, there's a lot of possibilities for you, and now it's a case here on your karmic path to rebalance yourself, to re-find your calm within you, to find that healing within you in order to progress forward, to be poised and relaxed, so then you can really seize on the opportunities in the future. How's the universe offering here? You've got the Nine of Cups here as well now, which is really nice. It runs through here, across here, through this healing on yourself, the unknown emotions, and seeing things clearly. I think in your financial side, it may be pushing your emotional side as well. Or your career path may be pushing your romantic side, or your relationship side. It may be having an effect upon that. But the universe here is saying you have a lot of possibilities. And I think this is where you need to be really well rest and etc., because I think there's something coming through really quick, and it's setting yourself up this week for it. What comes from the past? You get the Nine of Pentacles. You've now got two nines on this side. Wow, that's really good. It's all about possibilities. As I say, everything is sort of within grasp, within your reach, as it were. And this is what's been bringing you to this point. And it's also connecting you to multitudes of different layers or areas of reality, or possibilities within your career path at the moment. What's your future self saying to you? Temperance, patience. This is what I was saying about that. I think this is a degree here that these opportunities that are coming through, the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, are so great that you almost need like a week off before you really kick in. So I think it's mulling things over. I think these are the unforeseen energies, the unforeseen emotions that come to the surface as well, and that's also within your material path. But it's really preparing you for lift off by the looks of things. And then you get the Four of Cups. So now you've got 2 4s and 2 9s. You know, you come back to the 4 no matter how which way you do it. And with the 4 of Cups here is, I think this is what you're mulling over. And this is where I would be careful and I'd be gentle with yourself. Do not try and seek reparations for past in, you know, bad doings of others, basically. I wouldn't look to that as a reward. I would look to your future. This big offering is coming in, and that's coming in with that Ace of Cups there, is really coming forward. And I do think it affects your relationship side, and it could be an offering of a job where you have to move quite far away. But I think it's preparing yourself for this sort of like massive leap forward which is happening within your life. And I think on your financial side is regrouping everything in order to get the best out of this, you know, this possible opportunity coming your way. Thank you very much for your support, liking, commenting, and sort of subscribing. Sharing is absolutely brilliant. There's loads of links in the description below. Go and check them out for readings and etc. with myself. There's also an email, because I'm going to be doing energy workshops in the UK, the US and Australia. UK in October, United States in November, and the US and Australia in January, February. Dates to be confirmed. Just send us an email, tell me where you are in the world, and I can tell you where there's a local workshop to you happening for a weekend workshop. Okay, let's see what the Light Seers cards bring you. Yeah, I think this, as I say, I think this energy here, this idea of the unforeseen energies is helping you to nourish or nurture or create or develop these possibilities, develop your happiness, develop that Ace of Cups that's coming into you. If you look to the forward, if you look to the future. And it's also a number of revelation as well. The 7, number 7. It's after things have done, and which is the 6, and things are put into balance, then you can nurture your future. And that's what it's doing, and it's realizing of how to nurture your future. With the 8 of Pentacles, you get the 2 of Pentacles. Yes, concentrate on the things that are working for you in regards to your relationships, concentrating on one thing at a time, being very sort of conscious about the little things on your pathway, the little thing that affects you, the little things that make you smile, and that sort of things, the little things that work, because I think that's what's going to help you to head towards that 10 of Cups. With the Fool, you get the Chariot. Yeah, the moment you take this leap of faith, and I think this is coming in very quickly for you. As I said, there may be a case of something that's offering on your financial side, which is going to affect your relationship side. And, you know, it's that leap of faith is, it turns it into a real victory, from a bad situation into a victory. And I think this is where you can avoid that 3 of Swords scenario. And the universe is bringing it in very quickly. Be interesting to see what comes out in the next week's reading and your monthly reading for September as well. Because that's where it's all going to play out for you. In your past, you got the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the 8 of Wands. I think there's a lot of information you've got from the understanding which you've changed your fortunes, you've changed your perspective in life. And don't forget these messages. Don't forget these understandings as you go forward. Don't forget these turning of difficult situations into real good situations within your life. Turning bad into good. It seems to be a repetitive thing that's coming out in most of the readings across the board here. So yeah, don't forget past messages or lessons that got you to that change of fortune. And then you get the 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. You're really working on something really fantastic within your relationships here. don't let the ideas of the past, because the Four of Cups and the Three of Swords could point towards the past, and it could be something that's really holding you back here. This is ultimate success. This is ultimate happiness, because it clarifies the Ten of Cups. It's recognition from people around you. It's sort of almost fame in a way, or being infamous within your relationships that are around you, and just really being the beautiful spark of life within the relationships. That's what you're working towards, to where you want to be. What is this Three of Swords all about? Let's see what this Three of Swords all about. Give me a good clarification on that Three of Swords there. Didn't want to come out there, so let's see about that one. Let's see what that one is. Queen of Wands. I think in order to avoid any heartache and situation, is concentrating on the here and now, allowing that to really take its place in your life, to take front and center stage in your life. And this is going to allow you to be very passionate about the little things, about the things that are in your life, which is going to ultimately, if you imagine all of those candles there is like one joy in your life, and all of them together makes your happiness. And I think this is where you can really convert the negative into positive. You can heal that heart in a way and nurture that beautiful sensation and that passionate aspect you do have in regards to relationships that are around you. Okay, let's just see what's going on with that Four of Swords. Yeah, you got the Fool again. I think this is really something matters. As I said, I think you need this respite in order to take that leap of faith. I think there's a massive offering coming in for you at the moment, and this is like really almost it's crouching down in order to jump really high. You got the Nine of Cups underneath it. We're going to clarify the Nine of Cups now. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think this is really building up for something amazing within you, Virgo. You get the Four of Cups, which is at the top there as well. Look to the future, don't look to the past. Don't look for reparations, and I think the universe is telling you this. It's going to give you a short, sharp lesson if you don't look to the future here, Virgo. Don't waste your time in sort of legal battles and stuff like that. Not worth it. Not worth looking to wrong or right, basically. Really is a waste of your time here. Look towards the future. Look towards those opportunities that you can have with that Nine of Cups. So with the Nine of Pentacles, what do we get? Happiness. Pure happiness is coming your way. This is where you're building on it. And I think you've built this up through your autumn period. You must be... I think it's really clear to you what you should be doing in the way of a job, business or project. You've got a great idea, and it's a case of putting it into action. But there is this sort of temperance, this wait and see moment. And as I said, I think it's a case here where you're waiting for things to... Yeah, this is another waiting card as well, the Three of Wands. It could be said as procrastination. I don't think it is here. I think it's basically, it is patience before action, basically. This person here is looking out to the waves and sort of saying, which wave do I want to jump on? And choosing their wave. And this could be seen as not doing anything, but I don't think it's that. I think it's a case of noticing which opportunity you need to seize upon in this coming year. With the Four of Cups, you get the Page of Pentacles. This is where you're opening that pathway, that physical pathway, that pathway of the career path or the business or the projects, whatever it is. If you look to the future, that's when you automatically start sowing seeds to your, to your future success, basically. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing on your relationship side. I think that's going to be a mind-blowing. I think this is going to really open up some beautiful things for you with that moon. It's going to bring some very unexpected things to the surface, which is going to make you very passionate about life and give you a lot of healing on any sort of painful heartaches that you might have had in the past. On your material side, yes, there is this leap of faith coming, and we can see it as well. And on your relationship side, and this is why I think your material side is affecting your relationship side. And I think you're going towards your happiness, and just having that patience, like a snake ready to, or a cat, you know, ready to pounce. And it is coming through you, but you've got to look to the future in order to get the best out of it. There you go, Virgo. Thank you very much for all the support you give to this channel. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.